What is up there, beautiful people? Today we're speaking everything that's related to Somizi and Mohale, as basically Twitter and social media were abuzz all of yesterday, which was the 15th of May, Sunday, after hearing that or finding out that, or after discussions being had pertaining to whether or not the marriage between the pair, and by pair I mean obviously Somizi and Mohale, was actually registered, legalized and recognized by South African law. So on today's, or not today's, this week's episode of Living the Dream with Somizi, he actually revealed that on the day of the wedding, they never got to sign official marriage documents due to the pastor forgetting to bring them. Now, this could obviously be the biggest silver lining in the cloud for Somizi, as we all know that Mohale is trying to demand 50% of his estate, right? So what that means is that after the Showmax special aired, where there was this elaborate wedding with ballet dancers, feathers and gold gowns, the two actually never got to signing the actual marriage papers, which means that legally, as it stands in South Africa, according to the legal justice system, not customary law, but the normal law, I don't want to say normal law, but you know what I mean, right? According to that law, Somizi and Mohale are actually not married. So what does this mean? This means that now Mohale has to prove, according to customary law, that the two actually were married. And this is going to prove to be a very difficult task for Mohale to do. Obviously, they had two types of weddings, I believe. They had the traditional wedding, which was done back in 2019, and also the white wedding, which was obviously the Showmax special that everybody watched. So Mohale now has to prove that, according to customary law, that the two actually were married in order for him to be entitled to half of Somizi's estate. So what does this mean? This means that he has to prove in some shape or manner that Somizi actually paid ilobola for him, or that he was on Somizi medical aid, or that there were text messages between the two where they referred to each other as husband and husband. Obviously, Somizi is not going to play ball. Obviously, Somizi is not going to say, oh, well, here's the evidence where you can prove that me and you were actually married, so you can take half of everything I own. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So now, Mohale, according to the legal people, he has to go through this process where he has to apply at the High Court for all of this thing to happen, provide affidavits and witnesses, but that process could just cost just over 120,000 rand for the application on its own. And wow, hey, wow, you think you actually did the biggest heist on someone, but you actually realize that it actually did not happen. I am so happy that things are playing out this way. Yes, Somizi was stupid. Yes, Somizi was in love. Yes, Somizi was blindsided by, this new, young, fresh love, finally being married, and all of the good things, the roses and the petals that come with being in love. But clearly, well, not clearly, allegedly, from what I can tell, Mohale had other intentions. If your intent was never to get married to someone just because you want half of their estate, why are you demanding, why are you going through such great lengths to get half of what belongs to this person? What is Mohale's claim to fame? Mohale's claim to fame is only that he was married to Somizi. Somizi worked his butt off, Somizi was rich and then broke and then became rich again. And where was Mohale during all of this time? Obviously he wasn't, and I don't want to say working as hard as Somizi, but he wasn't making nearly as much bank as he was. So I'm so happy that this is playing out in this way, because you think that you get to use people, abuse people, and then file for divorce, and I say this in quotation marks, and you also think, and you've got the nerve to think that you're actually entitled to half of that person's estate. I honestly am 100% behind Somizi in this one. I hope Mohale does not get a cent from Somizi. But tell me what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you again in my next upload. Goodbye, lovely.